Hi and welcome to the video session on open source programming. Today in this video session we are going to discuss about the concept of arrays in PHP. What is an array? As per the definition given by data structure, an array is a fixed collection of elements of the same data type stored under a common name, and each individual elements of the array can be accessed with the help of a subscript or an index. So this is the definition given by data structure, but in PHP array need not be of fixed size, and the elements of the array need not be of the same data type also. So what we do is we redefine the definition of arrays in PHP by removing these two criteria, that is fixed collection and the same data structure. So the definition of array in PHP is something like this. In PHP, an array is a collection of elements stored under a common name, and each individual elements of the array can be accessed with the help of an index or a subscript. Based on the type of the subscript, we can classify the arrays into three different types in PHP. If the subscript is a number, then the array type is numeric or indexed array. If the subscript is a string, then the array is said to be an associative array. If there are more than one subscript, then the array is a multidimensional array. So there are three types of arrays in PHP: numeric array, associative array, and multidimensional array. So this diagram also says that there are three types of arrays: associative array, numeric or indexed array, and multidimensional array. So we have been using the word subscript in many places. Now let us see what a subscript actually is. A subscript is nothing but a key value or a unique value which is used to access a particular element within an array. For example, if we write something like this, $a of 5 is equal to 36, here this 5 is the subscript, a is the name of the array, and 36 is the value. So what this statement does is, this takes the value 36, this is a constant value 36, assigns to the fifth position of the array A. Now let us see two important functions associated with arrays in PHP. One is the create function. The create function is basically used to create an array. The other function is count function. This function is used to count the number of elements within the array. Otherwise we can say that is used to find the size of the array. Both are the same. Also note, not only these two functions, there are hundreds of functions associated with arrays in PHP. Before proceeding further, just remember there are three types of arrays in PHP: indexed, associative, and multidimensional arrays. Now let us see how to create an indexed array. You know what an indexed array is. If the subscript is a number, then we can say the array is an indexed array. So to create an indexed array, there are two ways. The first method is automatic, the another method is manual method. In automatic method, we use the function array to create the array. Since we don't have any control over the subscript or the index usually starts from 0, always starts from 0. In manual method, we don't have any control over the index. We have to assign the values directly to each and every position within the array. Indexes has to be given manually. We will see these methods of creating the array with the example. We are going to discuss two examples. The first example will be using the automatic method, and the second example will be using the manual method. So first the automatic method, that is using the array function. So here I am writing a statement like this: $cars is equal to array of, here $cars is equal to array of Volvo, BMW, Toyota. These are three string values. I am assigning them to the array cars. So here cars is the name of the array. This is the first value, this is second value, and this is value 3. So this is the name of the array, and these are the three values that are assigned. And what internally happens is, Volvo is assigned to cars of 0, BMW is assigned to the same array cars but at the position 1, Toyota is assigned to the same array cars but at the position 2. So this takes the index 0, this takes index 1, and this takes index 2. Hope you can understand. We'll proceed to the next example, that is using the manual way of creating the array, that is without using the array function. So if you are not using the array function, you have to use separate lines, separate lines to assign the values of the array, assign the values to the array. So like what you are seeing on the screen. So what I am doing is I am manually assigning $cos of 0 is equal to Volvo. So this will assign only one value. If we want to assign multiple values, we have to use multiple lines. $cos of 1 is equal to BMW. This assigns the next value to the array at the position cos of 1. And finally, the third value is Toyota. I am assigning it to cos of 2, like this. Okay. Now let us see how this gets represented in the system memory. Here we have declared in a single line. This takes 3 different lines, but both these example does the same job. So in computer memory, what happens is 3 separate locations gets reserved in the name of cars like this, with indexes 0, 1 and 2. After that, Volvo is stored in cars of 0, BMW is stored in cars of 1 and Toyota is stored in cars of 2. So it's very simple to understand the concept of arrays. Now putting all these things together, that is, let us see how to programmatically write these things. So we are going to now write a PHP code for this. So to write the PHP code, we define the PHP block. We define the PHP block. Within this block, within this space, I am going to write the statements that are required to create the array and to print the values of the array. So what I am going to do now is I am going to use example 1, that is I have assigned the 3 values in a single line. This line I am going to bring it over here. So here you have declared the array as well as assigned the value 3, assigned the 3 values to this array. Okay, after this what I am going to do is I am going to use a for loop with the variable $i. Initially the value of $i will be 0, the step value is 1, I will be incremented by 1, and this loop will get executed as many number of elements within the array. Here there are 3 elements within the array, so this loop will get executed 3 times. So here I am using the function count of $cars. So count of $cars will be 3. So $i less than 3. That is the meaning, that is the terminating condition of the array. So within this loop what I am doing is just echoing the value that is echoing the value in the sense initially the value of I will be 0, $i will be 0, so $cos of 0 will be echoed onto the screen. Next I gets incremented by 1 and cos of 1 means BMW will be displayed or echoed onto the screen, and after that I gets incremented to 2, so $cos of 2 gets displayed onto the screen, and after that once again I will get incremented to 3, but here the condition will become false, so the loop gets terminated. So this is how the loop works. We'll move to the next slide, how to create an associative array in PHP. As you know already, associative array uses named keys or subscripts. Here also there are 2 ways of creating an associative array, that is using the array function and without using the array function. We will see these 2 methods with the help of 2 different examples. The first example uses the array function to define an associative array in PHP. So look at this statement. So the statement says something like $age is equal to array of Peter 35, Ben 37 and Joe 43. Remember, associative array uses named keys. Here the keys are Peter, Ben and Joe. Age is the name of the array. These are the values 35, 37 and 43 are the values assigned to the keys Peter, Ben and Joe. So age is the name of the array. Peter, Ben and Joe are the 3 keys that I am using. 35, 37 and 43 are the values I am assigning it to Peter, Ben and Joe respectively. So this is this is one method of creating associative array in PHP. Next, let us see how to create an associative array in PHP without using the array function. This is similar to the method that we discussed in indexed array. We have to use separate lines to assign values like this. $age of Peter is equal to 0. Now concentrate on this part. Here in the previous slide we used 0, 1 and 2. Those are numbers, numeric values, so those arrays were indexed arrays, but since these are associative arrays, the key will be a named key or a string. So age of Peter is 35, $age of Ben is equal to 37, $age of Joe is equal to 43. In this place the same thing is done with the help of a single line, that is using the array function. Without using the array function we have to use multiple lines to create the array. Now let us see how this is getting represented in the system memory. In the name of the age, 3 different locations gets reserved, and you see the indexes. Here we don't use index, instead we use named keys. So these are the subscripts, and 35 is getting stored in age of Peter, 37 in age of Ben, and 43 in age of Joe. So this is how this programming lines makes representation in the system memory by storing like this. Now let us put these concepts together and write it in the form of a PHP code. Define the PHP block first. I'm going to use this method to declare the array, or you can use 3 different lines here also, but I'm going to use this method. So bring this line to this place. After that I'm going to use a special for loop called for each loop. So take a closer look at this. For each, $each, this is the name of the array, as $x, this is going to hold the key, and $value is the variable that is going to hold the value of each and every key. Within this for loop I am going to echo both the key as well as the value like this. So next is a multi-dimensional array. We'll move to the multi-dimensional array and see how multi-dimensional arrays are created in PHP. So as said already, if there are more than one subscript, then the array is said to be multi-dimensional array. A two-dimensional array can be defined as an array of several one-dimensional arrays, and similarly an n-dimensional array can be defined as an array of several n-1 dimensional arrays. Now let us try to understand the concept of multi-dimensional array with a simple example. I am going to have 3 separate one-dimensional arrays. A is going to have values like this. This is one dimensional array. B, this is another one-dimensional array, and I am going to have one more one-dimensional array, C, with these values. So these are 3 separate one-dimensional arrays. So I am going to combine these 3 separate one-dimensional arrays into a two-dimensional array like this, and I am going to give the common name for the array as A, and the row indexes will be A of 0, A of 1 and A of 2. So these are the row indexes and these are the column indexes. Now this is a two-dimensional array. So how to create a two-dimensional array in PHP? This is also very easy. We can declare 3 separate one-dimensional arrays for these 3 lines and put all the 3 lines into another array function that will create a two-dimensional array. Look at this. So I have written the statement to create one-dimensional array. So followed by I am going to write another statement that is going to create the second one-dimensional array. Whereas I am using another name here like Ram, but here it is Bala, but don't consider that. But the concept is the same. And finally I am going to create another, I am going to write the third line to create. So here I have written 3 separate lines. These are 3 separate one-dimensional arrays. I am going to enclose these 3 lines into another array function to make it as a two-dimensional array like this. $student is equal to array of arrays. So a multidimensional array is nothing but an array of arrays. That is what these programming statements also says. So hope you have understood these concepts. These are very simple and easy to understand concepts. Thank you for watching this video.